fiction-based story. In the year of 2091, on June 15 to November 15, researchers at MTK9 Labs in the United States of America and the state of Washington, D.C. were doing an extensive, highly illegal, secret, evil, invasive, single drug experiment on humans. A total of 355 people were meant to be involved in the drug experiment, but only one person was involved. The drug used in the experiment is listed below, as well as the effects of the drug. The drug achieved the effects by significant mutations to the brain and body. UTA6691-AR7, a highly potent mutagenic stimulant drug that is 8,000 times stronger than methamphetamine, with many more effects in working through brain and body mutations instead of neurotransmitters. The drug also increases overall muscle strength 430% over baseline, making it easy to pick cars up and throw them around 45 feet. The drug increases overall maximum running speed by 25 miles per hour. The drug enhances the person's heart to allow 200 more beats per minute above average maximum before having difficulty. The drug reduces the need for food from 1-2 days to 1 to 3 weeks without any adverse effects. The drug enhances eyesight by 240%, allowing for the person to see perfectly in pure darkness and see great detail from afar. The drug blocks around 75% of the person's emotions. This has positive and negative effects. The drug increases general intelligence by up to 105%, bringing an average person's IQ from 116 to 180 to 240. The drug gives the person a near-perfect memory. The drug typically gives a person moderate to significant telekinetic abilities, with some being able to pick up cars and throw them 250 feet with ease using their mind. The drug enhances the person's overall perceptual abilities of the person by around 310%. Making evading detection even around a quarter to half mile by the person extremely difficult even in pure darkness. The drug was only given at one dose, 1.2 grams. One dose of the drug lasts 15.5 days. The majority of the mutations go away within 1 year of drug absence unless the person encounters radiation levels above 100 grads, which enhance and increase mutations. The drug is a minor addiction risk along with a very minor dependence risk. Paranoia and violence are common side effects. 5 researchers, 3 males, 2 females, wearing white lab coats and equipped with face masks, and 3 guards, all males, with each guard carrying an assault rifle, a 10mm hand pistol, a taser, a combat knife, a facility-wide radio, and a set of handcuffs headed to level 14 section 6. This is where the facility kept all the 21-30-year-olds that the facility staff was planning on using the drug on. This was the first and last group to be utilized in the facility's experiment due to violence by the person. Partial destruction of the facility and the United States government seizing the facility and issuing immediate termination of the subject that was given the drug. The first and only person to receive the drug was a 22-year-old male. After 15 minutes the drug kicked in and the person showed significant signs of mutations. The person then broke out of his metal restraints, attacking the 3 guards, killing all 3 within 14 seconds. The doors were then locked after 4 of the 5 researchers escaped with only minor injuries. The room was then filled with 850,000 rads of radiation. The person screamed and begged for mercy for 8.5 hours. At this point an unexpected effect had happened that seemed absolutely impossible until now. The facility staff 130% expected the person to die immediately. The radiation along with the drug made the drug-induces mutations 12,000% more significant. The person then broke through 3 16-inch titanium walls with ease, shaking half of the facility. The person then proceeded to level 1 section 1. This is where Central Command was stationed. The facility then sent 1,023 guards, the whole security force, to the location of the person. In only 34 minutes and 11 seconds the person wiped out all 1,023 guards. This left the facility basically completely defensiveness. The person finally reached Central Command and killed all the staff in the 3 large rooms, 63 people, including 8 young children under the age of 6 years old. All of a sudden a large and extremely loud drill sound is heard that was so loud it partially deafened the person temporarily. 3 minutes later the United States government military enters the facility. Eventually they find the person in a puddle of radiation more potent and lethal than anything they've ever seen. The person was not dead though, as to their surprise. He was sitting in the puddle of radiation with the intent of significantly increasing the extent of his mutations so he could defeat the US government military. A battle broke out between the US military and the person. After 3 hours the person escaped and was later found 8 weeks later in the middle of a distant desert by a US space surveillance satellite. 934 miles away from any civilizations, food, or water. While the person stood in one place examining a paper of some kind, the United States satellite from space was still observing the person. The United States President, upon learning of both the person's extreme isolation and static non-changing location, immediately ordered the United States military to drop 45 nukes right on top of the person's location within 6 minutes. The person was killed and turned into green and yellow plasma goo within 4 seconds of the explosion. The explosion could be seen across a quarter of the United States. A 5-star general then confirmed the death of the person via the U.S. space surveillance satellite and reported a complete mission success directly to the president. After this horrific experience, no one has knowingly tried any experiments on this scale since. This was 31 years ago, and the mainstream media outlets exposed the whole ordeal globally 5 years ago.